Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche la NBA, the NBA's celebration of Latin heritage, both among its players and fans. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. DA, it's all yours.
Rockets coach Mike D'Antoni is the modern-day godfather of pace and space. His teams in Phoenix popularized small ball, moving around and pushing the tempo in their 7 seconds or less offense. It's ironic that now his Houston team plays a much slower isolation style of basketball. Kevin, that shows his flexibility and D'Antoni's ability to adapt to his personnel.
Whatever works, David. Thanks. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You take a look at Los Angeles. They've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. Of course, there's the Rockets. They're sitting in 5th place.
And I think for the Lakers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
Yeah, Greg, and early in the year, maybe they were catching some teams by surprise, but now everybody knows how strong they are, and they're still rolling along.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. E.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the 3 spot. LeBron outside. Over Westbrook. James, no good. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
Now here's James. Harden missing his last shot. Lock at 6. And Davis can't get it to go. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Second chance effort. Covington's shot is off. Green against Harden. Green, the pass to McGee. And it's McGee with the jam.
Well, that's just too easy for me. If he establishes position in this area, the defense is done.
Green against Harden. Lets the 3 fly. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
LeBron against Covington. Second chance shot. And the layup good by McGee. McGee's got his second basket of the night.
Specialty of McGee's. I mean, he's a high-activity guy who's opportunistic on the offensive glass.
And he gets the bucket.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
James dishes to McGee. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. James looking around. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. For the Houston Rockets, they come into tonight following a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Outside Westbrook. Offensive rebound. Lakers have gone 2 of 6 in the field. Here's James. Here's Davis. Makes it off the glass.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways. And that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Westbrook drives in. Outside Covington. House, the pass to Tucker. Inside, Harden. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Harden's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Lakers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Now James, 29 points for him last game against Houston. And he's good on the 3 ball.
And Caldwell Pope can be a volume three-point shooter, meaning when he gets a lot of attempts from there, he can fill it up from downtown.
Westbrook passes to Harden. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And James loves torching defenders with his pull-up jumper. Play up on him, he goes by you. Play off, he'll pull up.
Westbrook wide open. He fires. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Lakers leading by 4. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
McGee, the pass to LeBron. Right side Davis. Knocked away. Covington with the steal. And here comes House, leading the fast break. The kick out to Westbrook. Another miss by Houston. Right side Green. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Tucker. Will it go? It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Not many folks thought that Tucker would have success as an NBA three-point shooter. He's proven all of them wrong. He's got good range.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. With the floater, and the layup is up and in. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points so far. This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards I feel in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team in the league.
And like you said, you played in the golden era as the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Still playing at an MVP level, LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness.
And the first one at the line is good. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
Man, his dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
And both free throws, good for James.
For all those people waiting for LeBron to start showing his age, you might not want to start holding your breath. This man's got a lot of time left in this league.
Here is House. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The kick out to Westbrook. Covington trying to break free. Westbrook, no good.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
Green passes to Caldwell Pope. Back to Green. Jacks up a three. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. The shot's good from McGee.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Outside Westbrook. Pass to House. Tucker with the ball. He's picked up by LeBron. Shot clock at 5. Harden, no good.
You expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Tries it from 9. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And now a 10-point Los Angeles lead.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see who's led the league in blocks in the second half of the season. The 4th spot held down by Robert Covington. And, of course, Anthony Davis.
And having one of those guys clogging the lane has been like having a brick wall around the hoop. Terrific block numbers after the break.
First free throw is good. Some changes for the Lakers. Howard comes in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma is subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And so he makes both from the line.
And with LeBron James managing to extend his prime, the pressure is on this Lakers organization to make the most of it.
Yeah, you're right, Jay. I mean, it's the kind of pressure you want, though. I mean, getting those superstar players is the hard part. Finding that supporting cast, that's the hard work part.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
A chance to check out stats for Harden. The past month has been surreal. 4th in scoring, 4th in steals, and his playmaking ability, unquestioned, one of the top 15 assist men in our league.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers, always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Here is House, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Harden against Green to end the cold streak. No good on that one. And it's the Lakers the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles. Kuzma passes to Howard. Oh, the power on that threw-down. Wow.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, Greg, they've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
From deep, Harden, that's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists now in this one. Lakers leading by 11. On the wing, James. He's got 8. Howard. And Howard with the second chance points. Howard's got his second basket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Rockets. Now here's Harden. He's coming off a 37-point game against the Lakers. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Here's the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. James against Westbrook. Out to Kuzma. From past the arc, a three-pointer is right on target. And the Lakers lead by 13.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
And the jam by Harden.
One of the best finishers inside, period. I mean, there's nowhere on the floor Harden can't score from.
Los Angeles leading by 11. And it's Davis at the elbow. Kicks it to James. And another basket for the Lakers.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And it's the Rockets with the ball. Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Off target with his three.
He's dragged them down with his performance today. I mean, a whole lot of zeros from him on the stat sheet.
From deep, James. Offensive rebound. Howard. From down in the low post, it goes. Howard's got 6.
Yeah, second chance points, a huge issue right now. They're getting steamrolled inside.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. Rockets trail by 15. Unloads. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Well, they'll take that. But they got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
There's the pass to Howard. Pass to Green. Howard trying to free himself up. And Green with the basket on the assist by Howard.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Outside Westbrook. Rebounded by the Lakers. Howard's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
There's 37 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them.
No good. Near the Westbrook missing again.
Defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And it's Davis with the jam.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Going for the juggler right off the bat. I mean, jumping out to an impressive early lead.
Harden with it. Out to the right wing. For 3, Westbrook. And no good that time. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Lakers lead by 17. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You got to credit their defense. Communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Dion Waiters is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Davis. Then there's Howard. And it's Kuzma in at the 3. Now, here is Harden. Leonard is guarded by Davis. 4 on the clock. Harden can't hit.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Oh, fantastic vision. I mean, Bron always cognizant of everyone around him.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Rockets. It's an 18-point game. And even though Chris Dwight Howard won't be logging the 35-plus minutes he once did, he is still a factor when he's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, Kevin. You better pay attention to Dwight. He can still hurt you with any touch he gets around the basket. I like seeing him in short bursts when you can force the opposing team to adjust to him inside.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Chris, we talk about perimeter scoring becoming more prevalent. The biggest shift coming from bigs shooting more threes.
Yeah, they are now counted upon to space the floor. And the better you can shoot, the better you can space the floor. And then more importantly, if you can knock down that three, you become a triple threat because now you can shoot there, maybe you can dribble and get by, or because of your height, you see different passing lanes and you can be a better passer, getting your teammates involved, and they like that spacing as well.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. To the inside, there's Covington, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
Now here's Howard. He's covered closely. He kicks it to Davis. 5 on the clock. Here's James. Great touch on the 16-footer. James has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Now, whether he's driving, posting up, or firing from deep, you know LeBron has it all. He's been a fantastic evening for him.
And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Waiters. Tries again, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Houston gets called for the foul.
Well, James is a workhorse down deep. When he's close to the basket, you better wrap him up.
On the trade for Anthony Davis, a risk for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
And he can't get the first one. Los Angeles making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Good on the second free throw. Rockets trail by 18. Harden the pass to Clemens. Lets a floater go, and it's sent back by Howard.
No trespassing. Howard patrolling the defensive end.
Harden draws the double. Covington trying to break free. They push it up, 4 on 3. Back to Smith. To the middle. Here's Davis. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 8 points for Davis.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it. And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
Now here's Waiters. They lead by 20. It's the most we've seen. Howard, that's good.
Love the focus from Howard. So excellent excellent at draining difficult shots over the defense.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Kicks it out to Harden. Over to the left wing. Tucker can't get it to go. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's James. Got a piece of it. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
Here's Clemens. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. And here's the Lakers. They're on a 14-6 run. Now, here's Howard. Brought by Tucker. Howard kicks to James. Fires the 3. Gets that one through the hole. Make him now 7 of 13 in this game.
I like how James shoots off the pass. He knows how to catch the D by surprise.
Here's Covington. Off the left rim and out.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
Out to Smith. Outside, Davis. Back to Smith. Just 5 to shoot. No good with the triple. Houston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Pass to McLemore. And here's Harden. Launches it. It's good from long range. Harden's got 23.
His shooting has been a bright spot for them. Otherwise, they struggle as a whole.
Harden against Waiters to the paint. Clemens, James covering, and it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. On defense, the Lakers. Green finds Harden. Houston moving it around. Green against Davis. Green in the post. Great D that time from Davis. Now here's Waiters. He's guarded close. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Here's Tucker. The Rockets with another miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Now here's James. He's guarded closely. Davis dishes to James. It's deflected. Passes it to Clemens. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Waiters.
If his performance this quarter is any indication, I don't think he's the one who's going to let them out of the hole.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Chris, is there someone you competed with that you feel is underrated by history, has not been given their due?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think when you look at White Chocolate, Jason Williams, what he started in the culture of play and what he continued. And you look at Ben Wallace, who I played with 4 years at Washington, and he was coming off the bench there, and we saw that potential with him. I mean, the way he led the league in rebounding, his defensive prowess. I mean, the Pistons wouldn't have had a championship and gotten to another final if it wasn't for him. And also, I got to shout my man out, Mike Bibby and Peja Stojakovic, 2 of the best shooters I've played with.
Oh, great names, and I totally agree. Markieff Morris is checked in for Dwight Howard. Let's take a quick look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Creating points off turnovers have been the calling card for these teams. In third, the Lakers. Fifth best, the Rockets.
And these two squads really know how to capitalize on mistakes. When they get going in transition, look out.
Westbrook, basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And it's the fearlessness of Westbrook. It's really refreshing to watch. When he's deep inside, he just goes right at you.
Houston shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Russell Westbrook. Lakers leading by 23. James outside. Morris outside. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 5 assists tonight.
And they're not afraid to let it fly. They're looking to extend their lead with the 3 ball here in the second quarter.
But they'll get another chance. Westbrook, no good.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting him.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
Yeah. Horrible effort. It appears they may be on the brink of giving up. Well, I mean, I think he better come up with some different ways to get his points tonight, because the 3, not one of them, ain't working.
Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that game against the Kings, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
And he knocks down the first one. Second free throw, no good. The Rockets shooting pretty low, 34% thus far. The 3 from Harden, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Back to James. Morris looking over the floor. Six on the shot clock. Back to James. Three-pointer. Green with the rebound. And so Green will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. So here's Westbrook. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Lakers in Los Angeles.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
LA has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Now here's Westbrook. He has 5. James wide open. Connects from three-point range. James has got 24 points.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
And we are talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all
time on a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
Now Smith, after Westbrook's missed three, Smith finds Waiters. Good work defensively by Harden.
Playing him tough inside and preventing the layup. That'll get the whole team pumped up.
LeBron with the block.
Love watching James dominate on defense. An impressive rejection artist.
And some changes here for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Smith. And it's Alex Caruso in for Waiters. Tucker, the pass to Green. Here is House. So the wing on the left. Outside Westbrook. On deep. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. The Rockets shooting just 29% in the second quarter. The offense is suffering. And here's Westbrook. He has 5. Down low, Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
He's so crafty with the ball. The ability to score inside and outside, just a terrific night from Harden.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on James Harden. The Lakers have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
And when you look at that free throw percentage on the season, they're right around 73%.
The first free throw is good. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Houston. He hits both from the stripe. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's Green missing.
Now, look, even if he had other places to go with the ball, that's a good shot. You can't blame him for letting that one fly.
And they double up James. Morris outside. Kuzma, right side. Shot clock at 6. Caruso, no good. And for the Rockets, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Now Westbrook, 5 points in the game. Deep. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
I love the defensive tenacity. James showing real hustle and energy on this end of the floor.
And so it's Los Angeles out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
I mean, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got an offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 24 points, 6 assists, and 1 block. The first 2 quarters tonight looked a lot like what we saw from him in his last game. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical superiority usually wins out.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Harden in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Robert Covington out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's House in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Outside for Caldwell. And a miss there on the triple.
That's just a lucky break for the deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
Now, here's Westbrook. Looking to end his cold spell. Covington dishes to Westbrook. And the 3 off target.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
LeBron James on the wing. Over in the corner, Green. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 3 assists now in this one.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Now here's Westbrook. Harden left side. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Harden's got 29.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Outside, Davis. Caldwell Pope feeling it out a bit. Floats it up for Davis, and it's Davis with the jam.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Now here's Westbrook. He has 5. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Harden, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And, Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Free throw good from Harden. Chris, are there specific types of plays where you feel the whistle gets blown maybe a little too often and a little too early?
Well, sometimes for a guard, when he's defending the guard and the pick and roll comes and he fights through that pick as a guard, I can stop and let you bump into me and shoot the ball. I think the refs just have to be smart with it. Sometimes it's a foul, but every time it's not, just because of the situation or the flop. And also, you just don't want players to be bailed out when the defender is in a good position. But that's what makes the game so great, is the fact that as an offensive player, you got to try to manipulate and find out where you can sneak yourself in the gray areas of a rule. And as a defensive player, how can you use your skill, your will, and then your IQ not to get caught with your hand in the cookie jar?
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Well, sometimes it just looks unfair with the way Harden can create space. And then, Chris, he'd get that shot off.
Come on, Kev, it's just sick. His step-back jumper is a thing of beauty. I'm not talking about his almost travel double step-back, just his regular one. I mean, he has so many tools to create space with his footwork, and he makes the most out of what you give him.
Now, here's Green. 5 points in the game. James with the bucket.
And we know he's confident from outside the arc. I mean, James has no fear pulling the trigger when he's feeling it.
Westbrook with it. He has 5. This one for 3. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Covington with the steal. And here comes House, leading the fast break. Dishes to Tucker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game.
Love the attitude of Westbrook. Continues to improve at running the offense and finding ways to create opportunities for his teammates.
Now, here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. Here's a peek now at the 2K leaderboard. This year, these teams have made the most of their offensive rebounds. 4th spot held by the Lakers.
You know what? Sometimes their missed shots are their best offense. I mean, they attack the glass relentlessly, and those extra possessions can determine the outcome on a lot of nights.
McLemore's checked in for Houston. Howard's checked in for the Lakers.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down.
When you lob it Howard's way, he'll find ways to finish. That's how talented of a dunker he is.
For 3, Westbrook. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Howard's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Caldwell Pope, who's blessed to finish the layup. Caldwell Pope's got 7 points in the game.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
LeBron against Westbrook. Looking to get back on track here. And the rejection by LeBron. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here. And the Rockets making a change here. And McLemore now atop the key. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another miss by Houston. LA's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Green deciding where to go with it. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Starting to take over here, building a big lead that could ultimately prove insurmountable.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs
needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Now here's McLemore. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
The D hanging tough and stopping what would normally have been easy lay-in.
Here's Harden on the wing. Houston moving it around. Now here's Tucker. He's guarded by Howard. It's hauled in by LeBron. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The Lakers have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. Houston making a switch here. Carroll's checked in, and Los Angeles making a change here as well. Smith has checked in.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
Houston's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Clemens, James covering. Here's Tucker, and it's sent back by Howard. And so the ball out of bounds. Howard touched it last. And so it's Houston with it. Sinks the triple. McLemore's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
LeBron against Covington. And they double up LeBron. Here's Green. He's got 8, 6 to shoot. Rebounded by Tucker.
That works just like they drew it up till the part where he short arms the layup.
Clemens, James covering. And McLemore kicks to Covington. Off target from outside. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 15-6 run. Smith the pass to Green. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Smith outside. Pass to Green. Davis with it. Guarded by McLemore. Davis, the pass to LeBron. And that one falls, coming off of Davis's feed. And it's 29 points for LeBron.
James, such a terrific interior score. Simple, under control, and on the money.
Pass to Covington. Now here's Carroll. And Davis sends it back.
He's got that huge wingspan, and boy, does he use it well on the defensive end. If Davis is within shouting distance of the shooter, there's a good chance he'll get a hand on it.
Chris, the other day, Adam Silver has been talking about how the All-Star game, that system, is not working. He's been proactive in considering alternatives. What do you think?
Well, I love what he's done already. Let's think about the All-Star game in 2019. Letting guys pick their players like old school on the park. I mean, that adds a little bit of ego, and that's what you want, because we want competition. We want guys that like each other, don't like each other, that are playing against each other, that we're in the finals against each other. We want all that competition, all that mental game that goes into it. And so I love the fact that he's outspoken, that he's definitely ahead of the problem. But I think he did a great job by letting players pick their teammates, because that already causes a little in-team drama that we'll see play out on the floor with how hard guys are playing.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Kicks it to Carroll. Passes it to Tucker. Shot clock at 6. Houston needs to get a shot off. He can't get it to go. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Green inside, guarded by McLemore. Green, no luck. Rockets shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. McLemore, the pass to Carroll. McLemore dishes to Tucker. Houston moving it around. Covington, the bounce pass. The pass to McLemore. Another miss by Houston.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And it's Davis missing.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Ferocious.
It was ferocious. Green finds James. Loads it up for Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Now here's McLemore. He has 5. Outside Covington. Pass to Carroll. Puts it up from 17. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Howard's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Smith the pass to Green. And here is Howard. He dishes it to LeBron. Knocked loose. From deep three-point range, they get it back. And it's Davis missing. 1:43 left to play in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And here's Tucker. He's got 9. Passes to Clemens. To the right side. Now here's McLemore outside.
And until he starts knocking down some shots, I don't think the deficit is going to get any smaller.
Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well, scoring points in bunches.
Outside Covington. And Tucker kicks to McLemore. And there's the pass to Clemens. Drops in the tray. He has 5.
That's a nice play. Getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, he may just have to put a little more arc under that. But either way, it's a tough shot.
And Davis can't get it to go. And for Houston, they're shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. Here's Clemens. Softly drops in the floater.
Oh, even from that range, the floater is one of the toughest shots in the game.
Los Angeles has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Pass to Howard. Howard draws the double. Smith outside. There's the triple. Another shot, and Howard finishes it off. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
His energy level has never dropped in this game. I mean, he's working his tail off, and the D struggling to keep up.
Pass to McLemore. Here's Clemens. From outside, off the mark.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a great play, and he does it without fouling.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Lakers ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So for the Lakers right now, they've got JaVale McGee. Smith is out there with Morris. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Caruso in at the point. Here's Caruso. Waiters on the wing. Carroll covering. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. The same, you got to go to Embiid, Porzingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time on to your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
And so it's the Lakers with it. The Rockets making the shot. Drills the three-pointer. 9 points for Dion Waiters.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Passes it to McLemore. Here's Clemens. Trying to enter back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the inside, Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Wow. The size of Morris helps him down low, especially when he decides to sky high for the dunk.
The pass to Rivers. We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Now McLemore. Here's Clemens. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. Caldwell Pope, who's checked in for the Lakers. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Wing misses off the right iron.
Even though he's gone ice cold, he keeps shooting. I mean, it's late enough in the game for him to recognize this is a better option.
That one falls.
Well, that's where McGee makes his living. On the interior, it makes them a much more effective offense when he's able to contribute in the painted area.
Now here's Rivers. Now here's McLemore outside. Rebounded by McGee. McGee's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So accurate.
Nice, and you can't forget about the bunnies on Caldwell Pope. I mean, this guy is definitely looking to slam it down whenever he gets an opportunity.
Rivers kicks to McLemore. Pass to Clemens. Over Morris. That one wide left.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Green, the pass to Rivers. Houston moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Pass to Carroll. To end the run. Waiters grabs the miss.
But the effort's been there for him, just not hitting the results.
Ball's knocked loose. Rivers against Waiters. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Clemens. The Rockets with another miss.
He's gone off the rails this quarter. And it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind.
Here's Waiters. That one's not going to go. And Houston the other way now.
He's been off the mark, but somehow he hasn't held them back as a team.
To the paint. Caldwell Pope with it. Now Green defending. Out left to the wing. Here's Caruso. Here's Morris. The shot's good.
You better respect how crafty Morris is. When he's deep inside, the defense is toast. I mean, even when they have a hand up.
They're struggling to keep up.
And we'll see if they can turn things around, Kevin, on this trip. They can't continue to come up empty.
Another miss by Houston.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
It's something that happens to every team. You just have to ride it out, play your hardest, and live with the results.
Now, here is Morris. Clock at 6. For 3, Caldwell Pope. But they recover it.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession.
And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. And Bahamute is checked in for Houston. And it's Carroll with the ball for the Rockets. Now here's Rivers. Green left side. Rivers with it. Chris, we read this the other day, the NBA announcing the development of the BAL, the Basketball African League. They feel there's a lot of untapped potential there. I would tend to agree.
I'm so excited. I already put my name in the hat to go out there and work with and help develop these kids. Oh, yeah, I'm excited. I mean, just think about this. You want to know what type of talent is out there? Let's just start with Akeem. Then we go to Mutombo, Embiid. He's from Cameroon. How about Antetokounmpo, who has Nigerian parents? I mean, we can keep on going. How about Ibaka help find Siakam? Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
There's some talent out there, baby. And, yes, I'm excited for the BAL, the Basketball African League. Africa, stand up, baby.
Here's Caruso. Kicks it to Waiters. Caldwell Pope for 3. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And not his best day from three-point range. I mean, just one in the first half and still looking for his first here in half number 2.
Passes it to Rivers. Teardrop shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Caruso looking for an opening. And the slam dunk by McGee.
Well, you see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
And here's Rivers. Outside, Green. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And the NBA is seeming to be at the crossroads of sports and fashion and Chris, music. Do you think it's always
Lord,
been
Kevin.
this interwoven?
Oh, Kevin, please. You see the outfits they're wearing now? Now I got to be like the old
do.
fuddy-duddy, the old guy. Oh, my goodness. Guys are basically coming into the game like, did you turn on the lights before you got dressed in your closet? I mean, I know it's fashion. I'm not speaking about any one guy, but wow. I'm telling you, they've taken fashion to another level. And even though I joke about it, it's always fun anticipating what type of outfit I'm going to see guys walk in. Especially, I mean, come on. I love their games, and then I look and I say, wow. They have to be confident on the court because they wore that to the game today. They're confident in life all around.
Overall, right.
Yeah.
And the Rockets making a change here. Chandler's checked in. And Bahamute, the pass to Rivers. Another miss by Houston.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
And that one's good, Caruso.
Just not enough space for him to get to the rim. I mean, and the finish is flawless.
Rivers dishes to Green. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on JaVale McGee.
And the length of Green is a real issue for the D. His arms just go forever, which often results in a lot of shooting fouls for him.
That's good from Green.
A championship standard in LA with the Lakers. The expectations will always be high.
Oh, yeah, Jay, you've been there with me. I mean, we both look up in the Raptors and seen those 16 championship banners up there. I mean, with LeBron James in the fold, the expectation is to get to 17, 18, 19.
So he gets them both. See, Webb, the NBA always trying to improve every aspect of the game, and that includes officiating.
Yeah, and it should include officiating, one of the most important parts of the game and one of the toughest jobs within the business of basketball. I mean, these guys are making calls on the fly without the advantage of the camera at home that we have watching through the screen, or without the advantage of slow motion technology. So first of all, kudos to the refs that go out and give it their best every day. We have the best refs in any of sports, I believe, and we still need to improve on that. The league recognizes that, and I love the fact that everybody's doing it together.
Here is Dudley after Jeff Green's bucket, and Dudley kicks to Caldwell Pope. Tyson Chandler pulls it in.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And here is Los Angeles now after Jeff Green's bucket. Dudley finds McGee. Here is Cook. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And one difference this half is that when they get to the line, they're converting.
Caboclo's checked in for Jeff Green. And the Lakers also making a switch. J.R. Smith's checked in for Kentavious Caldwell Pope. And so Cook nails both of them. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workouts, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you work, family and friends telling you, go, get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see, and if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See, Webb, excellent. Rivers gets a wide open look. A three-pointer, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
Here is Cook. No good that time. Nice D from Chandler. Rivers scanning the floor. Here is Mbamute. Tries again. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And it's Cook with the ball for Los Angeles. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good. Cook's got 6 in the quarter.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Now McLemore. Just 5 on the clock. A floater. Excellent D that time there from McGee. LA's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Los Angeles.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight.
And they put themselves into the driver's seat in regards to the season series with this team. Tonight's win will give them a 2-1 edge with only 1 left to play.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Anthony Davis.
He was everywhere, defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
And he makes the first.
Yeah, it's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode now. I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
Morris is checked in for JaVale McGee. That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
Oh, the team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Now here's McLemore. Can't connect from 13 feet out. Here is Cook. Inside, here's Smith, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. Now here's McLemore outside. Drills it from outside.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here is Cook. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
Been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Chris Webber, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.